back out here at the farm today. We were out last week, mowed some of this heavier grass down where we're going to try and put a plot in this tree behind me. We're going to have a couple of stands set up there and have a little fall plot right here in front of us. So we'll get it sprayed today. I got to go ahead and check some cams that we put out a couple weeks ago, see if we can find any velvet bucks that look familiar. And then we're going to try and put a rubbing post in by one of my other spots that the deer seem to skirt quite often. See if we can get that to bring them in within range. So the buck that we're hunting, last year several times I got him on a camera right on this tree line. And what he was doing is he was coming off the river, there's crops on the other side. He would cross in a low spot, follow this edge, hit those crops, and then he'd be heading back to bed. And he kind of traveled back and forth, evening and morning. And so what we're hoping to do is we've extended this clover plot down, and it kind of drops into this bottom. Right here there's some grass that we've cut down. It was really thick. I brought a brush hog in, we've cleaned that all up, and we made several trails that kind of spider web off of that or spoke out like a wheel. Now he typically used this area anyway, but we're hoping that if the deer's still around, or any buck for that matter, that could come into this area that we want to hunt, they'll hit one of those trails and pop out in an ideal archery range type setup. We just got this rubbing post in. We've got it set up so it's about 25 yards from a stand over here back to the west. And what we did was we drilled this hole in here, put some screws in. I'm not gonna cut a branch right now, but we'll come back closer to start of September. We'll throw an oak branch in here, create a mock scrape. And my hope is what this will do is a lot of the traffic that's been skirting this stand, we've mowed and put in some clover here. Now we've got this rubbing post and a licking branch. Hopefully that'll give them enough of a reason between that and the trails, the way we've mowed them, to kind of bring the traffic through here. It'll bring them closer to the stand. Standing here in one of my favorite spots on the farm. The tree right directly behind the camera is the spot I've killed every deer off this farm has come out of that tree right there. And a lot of it has to do with this food plot that we're standing in. It doesn't look like much right now. The floods that came in this spring and all the rain that we had, it's grown up. We'll come back and get this sprayed, get it planted, and we're gonna try and do a little bit of a fall mix for an archery spot or archery plot closer to the stand, and then a little bit further from the stand out of range we'll do something for late gun season. Well, we're back at it again today, heading out to the farm. We were out last night pretty late, finally ended up getting most of the plot sprayed, but we had to do it all by hand, broke the sprayer. So stopped by Tractor Supply this morning, got some parts that we were able to get it back up and running. Came through a little bit of rain, looks like just one cloud, so hoping that holds off so we can get our spraying done, get our plots in the next couple weeks. We just got finished wrapping up a project I've been needing to do for a while here at this spot. It's not the straightest fence I've ever seen, but I think it'll get the job done. The problem we're trying to address right here is I have a stand that's right on my south property line, overlooks some ag fields that I rent to the south, and then here on the north side I generally have a little food plot. It's kind of a nice hourglass shape. So the purpose of this is really to just provide a little bit of a barrier. They can certainly go around that end of the fence as well, but if they do choose to be on this side and go around the fence, that would be ideal.